Hare Krishna. Welcoming everyone, each and every one, like old devotees as well as the new devotees. You're all going to step into the spiritual path now. And what we are going to learn is in 18 days we are going to learn Bhagavad Gita. So we won't be able to cover everything, at least the nectar, small. So when you have nectar, honey, and all, you can't have it in bulk. You can just taste it. So we are just going to have the taste of what is Bhagavad Gita is all about. Okay. So we are learning all this, all these classes from ISKCON Mangalore. So there we have come to the temple of ISKCON Mangalore. Let us take darshan of Lord Sri Govinda and Radha and take blessings. We need not have to ask them what we want. What we have to do is always thank them for whatever he has given, thank. And what happens is like he knows what we lack and he gives back. So that is what you can learn that those slokas in Bhagavad Gita also. So the main purpose of our praying the Lord is only for as a thanksgiving prayer and not asking more and more. Okay. So you can just say for whatever opportunity God has given, there's 18 days course opportunity to learn. So for that also you can thank for anything, even the electricity is there, internet is there. So we should be thanking for that also, right? And we are in good health. So everything matters. So let us thank God, and I'll just say one time, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You all can say in the mute button. You may not have to unmute. I think it will be blocked also. So it can be on this mute. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are taking blessings of Sri Radha Govinda. And then we are entering our mute.
Sorry, Mama.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So we'll start with Pranati. Pranati is like pranam. We are doing pranams to all the acharyas, all the gods, and everybody. It includes everyone, Vaishnavas also. Okay. So today, this is the starting day. So I'll be doing, then let me see how many people you are able to participate. Accordingly, I will be giving. And some chapters are very long, so I won't be able to distribute to, for the sloka recitation, I cannot give. So I will handle myself. When the chapter is very small, so even if you people are interested in participating, then I'll give some sloka chanting also in between. So we are not covering all the shlokas, right? Only few shlokas will be there. In that you can participate. So it depends on the chapter, on how big it is. So today being the first day, I'll do it independently. Okay. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamakyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatangitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Itadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is the prayer what we say every day. Okay, so we are going further. So this is the class where you come. This is the understanding Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. So you can imagine 18 days. None of our courses, no course in our material world, you cannot find any course like 18 days mein ho jayega. Nothing. It takes a lot of, at least a month or 45 days, at least 3 months. So, but here you're going to learn in 18 days. So you can imagine how much you can grasp. Very little. But that little will be like a nectar. So you really enjoy it. So just make a, wow, like, I'm going to attend all the 18 days course. This 18 days course I'm going to attend. I'm not going to leave one single day. I want to learn what is said in this Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says, what Arjuna is asking. So I need to know everything in detail. So you just make you need not have to tell anyone, just tell within yourself, this is like a yajna. I'm going to participate in this yajna at 8:30. I'm going to join. Listen to all these prayers when they sing all this Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Listen to them. Listen to the bhajan. That is also very important. Listening to bhajan is also very important. So all these things you listen and then come to Bhagavad Gita when it is explained. Listen to that also. After all this, when you go to sleep, you will have a very blissful, very nice, good sleep. And next day will be a very blissful day. You will start with a very nice note. Okay. So this is the just understanding Bhagavad Gita in 18 days course you people have joined. And I'm once again welcoming you all, and just make it a make it a point, just you will definitely attend all the 18 days. So in case of emergency, it's okay, but then otherwise always make it a point to attend on all the days. Yes, and today we are going to take up chapter 1. And what is that chapter? What is the title of the chapter? Observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So by now, I think a little knowledge you may be having. What is this Bhagavad Gita is all about? It is just a small part in the whole of Mahabharata epic. Okay, Mahabharata, Mahabharata, Ramayana, all these epic stories are there. From that, it's a small portion which we are going to talk about. And this Bhagavad Gita is spoken for only 45 minutes by Krishna to Arjuna. That's all, which we are dragging it for 18 days. Still, it is not sufficient. We need to again attend, in the next month course also. Again, level 2 is there, level 3 is there. So you can keep on learning. But so much of information is there in Bhagavad Gita. Superficially, we will be just seeing today in the 18 days course. Okay. It's very nectorial. It's a very good subject. Unlike your material world, physics, chemistry, and all, people read, but that will not be as interesting as this. It is not mark oriented. It is only we are going to elevate ourselves to spiritual. Yes, we are taking the blessings of our Guruji also, based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, Abhay Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Who is he? He was founder Acharya. He is a founder Acharya of International Society of Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON. He is a founder Acharya. He has created this institution, and under his shelter, we are all learning this. So let us have some 4 or 5 slides about his life history. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. Abhay Charan. His name is Abhay Charan. Okay. When he was born, parents keep one name. So his name is Abhay Charan when he was small. So born on 1st September 1896, the day after Janmashtami, into a humble Bengali Kayastha family in Calcutta. He was called Abhay Charan. His parents were Shriman Gaur Mohande, not Kaur, it should be Gaur. Gaur Mohande and Srimati Rajni De. They are Vaishnavas. So who are called Vaishnavas? people who follow Krishna. Follow any people who worship Krishna are the Vaishnavas. So what are we doing? We have joined ISKCON. We are all worshipping Krishna. We are all doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So even we all have become Vaishnavas. No difference between who is a Brahmin or Kshatriya or any language barrier. No barrier at all. We are all tall. Whether a person is tall or fat or thin. No, nothing. We are all Vaishnavas. Okay. So they are all from Vaishnava family. And he was born in a very, very nice Vaishnava family. Yeah. So now, when he became in 1901, when Abhay was 5 years old, he performed the Rath Yatra festival with his friends. See, those days, the toys, what was available is whatever they were seeing outside, that only they were, they were able to play. Like, the outside activity was more than those days. Unlike now, all the children used to sit at home and watch TV or, play with their mobile. So those days, it was not like that. What the child was seeing, what Abhay was seeing is only the Ratha Yatra in their area. So he wanted to also play the same, enact the same thing. So his father made a small toy, like a Rath, like small Rath banaya, and he was made to, play. So all his this friends and all were doing all the dolak and what do you call this, banging the bells and all that. And they were playing Rath Yatra festival. They were just playing like using it as a toy. So right from childhood, he was in that bhakti marg only. He was actually, even during play, it is what Hare Krishna Mahamantra only. He was playing that way. So whole day, he was in that bhakti. Then in 1922, he grew up. He became a big, adolescent. He was going to college or something, 1922, yeah. He met his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He went to listen to all his lectures. He got absorbed in that. He started liking all the way he was telling the lectures and all. He really got it he felt very nice, listening to those things. Even Guruji also felt this devotee is very keen in listening to all my lectures. Wherever I give lecture, he just comes and, he's attending. So he's very keen in listening to my lecture. So he also got some involvement. It is always both sides, it attracts. So he started advising him how to behave, how not to behave and all that. So slowly Abhay Charan, our Prabhuji, he started growing up and he started taking up job and all. He was doing business. So what he was advised by his guru, he received instruction from his spiritual master to print books if money was available. And in 1944, he started publishing a magazine called Back to Godhead. Even till date, that Back to Godhead is available. It is still printed. It is a weekly magazine, I think. So even though he is no more, he's bodily not there. But then whatever job he has started, still people, the devotees are continuing to do that. So whenever you get money and it is in excess of your expense, after you keep aside for your expenses and you have excess, then you start printing books. And what sort of books? All the spiritual. So he started writing books also. The many books Prabhupada has written. So it is all available in this online also. You can try to buy books also, very cheap, 20, 30, 50, less than 100 also. The small books are available. So 1922, that I said, right? No? Then he urged Abhay Charan to preach Lord Chaitanya Prabhu's message all over the world. So we are all following Lord Chaitanya's message. What is that message? To chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. What is that Hare Krishna Mahamantra? The one what we chanted just some time back. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, this is Kali Yuga. So the best thing to, pray God is just take his name. Just Krishna Bolo, whatever, take his name and say it like a shloka, so say it like a Mahamantra. Then you will achieve whatever those days, Satya Yuga, those Rishi Muni and all, what they used to do. They used to go to jungle and stay there for months together, years together, Dadi Badaya and all that, and they had that attire also, that's saffron robes and all that. And they used to pray that way to get Bhagavan ka darshan, or, that way, to get that, what Bhagavan ka grace. But here we are in Kali Yuga with all the faults and all the pretenders and all that. So it is very, for us, the only thing which is best is happening is you can chant at home, sitting at home, and you can chant as much as you can, and you can reach the same stage what those people were doing it with great hardships. Okay. So this is what he wanted to reach in even foreign land, because he was, well qualified. He was like English. He had some English knowledge, so he can go abroad. He could go abroad and preach those European countries, those foreigners and all. So he was advised to do that, to spread Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message all over the world. And so he took it up as his mission. So from Abhay, not Abhay, from Abhay to Swami. Now slowly, that person, Abhay Charan, he started growing up, he did everything. And at the age of 70, he took care of his family and everything. At the age of 70, when most of the people will think of retiring and sit at home and, just relax. But what he thought, now I have done enough for my family. Now let me start whatever my Guruji has advised me to do. Let me go and preach all over the world about Mahamantra. So he left for this. From Abhay to Swami. He was given the name Bhakti Vedanta by members of the Gaudiya Vaishnava movement. Gaudiya is that Bengal that area. So that is called as Gaudiya movement. Okay, I mean Gaudiya. That area is called Gaudiya. And Vaishnava, again, Krishna Bhaktas are called Vaishnava. So Gaudiya Vaishnava movement has named him Bhakti Vedanta. Whom can we give the title? Only person who is so much extolled in Bhakti. No other thought at all. Anytime, eating or sleeping or whatever he does, he breathes Krishna. For a whole day, he will be chanting Krishna now. So he was given a title Bhakti Vedanta by those members of Gaudiya Vaishnava movement because of his devotional and scholarly abilities. Then in 1959, he was conferred the title Swami. Slowly, he grew up in spiritual line, and so many followers came, and they all started, praising him and giving him all these names and all that. So his Swami was also got added. So he became Swami Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. He became with that. Then 1960, Srila Prabhupada traveled to America on the cargo ship, Jaladuta. So the ship is called Jaladuta. I think you can see, it's very small. He went in the cargo ship. So you can imagine a normal ship will have all the facilities to sit and relax and go. I mean, when you go through waterways, it takes lot of so many days. I mean, not days. Going to America, it took almost 2.5, 3 months for him to reach. So with great hardship, at the age of 70, he took up this voyage because his Guruji has said. That was only his motto. My Guruji has said, my spiritual master has said, which I have to do it. That was his only motto. And to make Krishna happy. So he somehow, managed to go. He was almost 70. He had no money in hand, and he fell sick also. Like before he reached America, he had 2 heart attacks in the ship itself. But by God's grace, he became all right. With all testing times were there for him, and then he reached America also. So in July 1966, he brought universal missionary Vaishnavism. All by universal means all over the world. Everybody came to know, and he started the ISKCON movement also that time to the Western world. Founding the International Society of Krishna Consciousness. That is, ISKCON ka full form is what? International Society for Krishna Consciousness, not of. Okay, you may get that in quiz. Every day you will be getting quiz. 10 questions, 12 questions will be there. Please attempt those questions. This is not. It is compulsory. You can say it is compulsory. It is very easy. Whatever you have learned, you are going to, reply that. You are going to mark. These are objective questions. Mark it and get good marks, 10 out of 10. So at the end of 18th day, what you'll get? A certificate. Click here. You will be given e-certificate. So which will be very easy to get those certificate. Okay. So every day after the class, you can attempt. If not today, at least tomorrow morning. So, he started ISKCON movement in New York in 1960. He left in 1965, but in a year's time, in 1966, he all over the globe, universal missionary Vaishnavism, he could spread, and he started ISKCON. And many temples were built later. Yeah, 1 minute. It's not coming. Yeah. In September 1969, Srila Prabhupada, the founder of Hare Krishna movement, was a house guest at Tittenhurst Park, John Lennon's estate in England. His meeting with the Beatles. I hope some people. There was a band, musical band, where singers and drum bajane wala and that bugle or whatever those instruments and all. So they used to have a band, music band. So in that, the main person is George Harrison. So he got attracted to this movement. This is a Hare Krishna movement, and he. As it is, he was famous through his song. He started including Hare Krishna Nama Japa also in his song. So many more devotees started following ISKCON. So many people, realize, oh, there is a ISKCON movement which is going on. Oh, Prabhu has come from India. He's spreading this good message. So let us all become a part of that Vaishnavism. So many people had joined. So his meeting with the Beatles, that is the title of that band, especially George Harrison, led our movement to go around the world. The books written by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charan, Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, his name has become so big now, are the law books for the next 10,000 years. He has written so many books because hardly used to sleep, like around 2 hours, maybe less than 2 hours. He will sleep the moment 2 o'clock. He will just his sleep is lost. He will be up and he'll start doing either japa or start writing the translation or new book or anything, something he used to. So that's why he could write so many books, which will be applicable, which will be the law book for another 10,000. It will never become obsolete. It will be like any day, even after our generation, after many generations, still people would like to read it. It will never become a wo zamane ka tha. Nobody will say that. It will be you can read that. Such books he has written. Yes, so he has traveled all over the globe. Travels of Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada right from 1965 to 1977. 12 times around the globe, 25 countries he visited. So this is the globe, and you can find so many times he has so many, like some names I've not even heard about. Fiji Islands, I don't even know where to mark it. Then Japan, Mexico, Venezuela, Netherlands, Hawaii, Kenya, and all these places he went. In 25 countries he visited many times, not once or twice. See, India, he came back to India and again went back and all. 16, he started building temples here also. Then most to this USA, the United Kingdom, and then less number here. Kenya, Mexico, only once, and Hawaii, I think he went 9 times. Japan for 4 times. So he just traveled all over the world and he spread. Main thing, he traveled for not for relaxing or that way. He went for spreading Krishna consciousness movement, and he built temples also every. Yes. Now let us come back to our center. He is our Namanishta Das Prabhuji. He is our temple president. His name is H.G. His Grace Namanishta Das. He is B.Tech from IIT Kanpur. So he is highly qualified. Even today's generation, you can find children studying right from 7th standard and 8th standard. They go for special classes to, get trained for IIT to crack the entrance exam, which is so very difficult. Once you get into IIT, it's still more a headache to get out of that IIT. To clear those exams are still more difficult. But then there are people like intelligent people like our Prabhuji. They did everything. He got campus placement also. He took up a job, but nothing was, making him happy. He always felt there's something I'm lacking. I need to improve on my life. Okay, IIT pada, I'm okay. I can, manage all the studies. It's like, karke, like, he went. But then something is there which I'm unable to achieve. And what is that? That he found out. And what he lacked was spiritual knowledge. So he turned, and now he's very, very happy. And we are all there to help him in this path. So this, our temple is actually now, new temple is located in, there's a name called Kulai Kodikari. Okay, but this address is given, the old one. The new address will be put later on. The new temple is being built, and slowly the construction will be built in this year itself. And then we'll have the new address here. But this address is the old one. Sri Radha Govinda Temple, Coconut Garden Road, Tollgate, Kadri, Mangalore. So the Kadri, Mangalore is the old address. The new address, I said, that is, what did I say? Okay. Kulai Kodikere is our new address, which is a little close by only. So you all can go and visit the temple, see how the temple is being built. So it is our own temple. We are all, linked to ISKCON Mangalore only. It is our temple, our place. We can go and visit anytime you want. So this is all about our Guruji. And now let us go to Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is an epic scripture. It has the answers to all our problems. So many people have so many problems. Some will have health problems, some will have wealth problems, some will have some neighbor problem, relatives problem, any problem. So this is because this World itself is full of problems only. So you can't expect a person to be very happy. Outwardly, when you ask a person, hi, how are you? He may say, I'm good, yeah. How about you? You will also say, yeah, I'm good. That's all. Just stay for some more minutes, like another 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Slowly, both of them will start telling about their problems only. So we're all full of problems only. So how to get out of all these problems? The answers are there in Bhagavad Gita. So one has to compulsorily learn Bhagavad Gita. It is not as a spiritual, forget about the spiritual part. It is a life manual, how to live life. So when you live life, when you're young, as early as possible, if you're going to school and you're in secondary or something, you should have learned in the primary itself. Oh, then I'm in third standard. Is it the right age? No, you could have started much more earlier when you were KG or something. Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj was learning right from when he was in mother's tummy. So anyway, we have started now. It is never too late. But the moment we have started, let us take it seriously, and we will have to go in this path without any looking back. Okay. So because it is like a life manual, so we need to be in this path at a very early stage, as early as possible. And it is a spiritual dictionary. Like we used to have those days, Oxford Dictionary and Wren and Martin grammar book and all that. Now, so everything is on Wikipedia. You just open the mobile and you get everything. But for spiritual, this is like a dictionary. So about spiritual, everything will be given here. And it ignites inspiration. Inspiration, how to live, how to please God. So everything will be there. So this is what is Bhagavad Gita is that's why it is said it's an epic scripture. Yeah, so who were all reading? Mahatma Gandhi. For him, it was every day, it was a must for him to read Bhagavad Gita, a few shlokas, and then start his day. Why? He was able to understand. Because every day you keep reading. After all, now at this stage, we may find it is very difficult to even pronounce. The shloka is all kadabad, how to say those shlokas. Because it's in Sanskrit. We are not used to reading Sanskrit words. Are we conversing in Sanskrit, or any neighbors who are talking in Sanskrit, or anybody? No. So that's why we find difficult to understand or difficult to even pronounce. But it is after all language. When a person can learn German, French, many schools have started all these extra third languages, German, third language is French, all these languages. So that they can speak, but why not Sanskrit then? So Sanskrit is also a language. So let us make an effort to understand. Okay, and Prabhupada made it so simple. A long sentence will be there. He has broken into so many parts. We can actually understand. See what exactly those words is meaning. Because our Indian languages is all based on Sanskrit only, so it is very easy to understand. So what Mahatma Gandhi said, those who meditate on Gita will derive fresh joy and new meaning from it every day. That is what he was getting it. See, when I enjoy something, I will always tell you with conviction, yes, you will definitely get it. But if I have to just preach, then I'll just say, yes, like this is this. I'll just go. I'll just keep saying, and I'll not put any force on it. But when I'm saying all that with conviction, that means I have experienced it. So and Mahatma Gandhi has experienced, and every day he was a great politician and all that. So many problems. So you know about Mahatma Gandhi, and you don't have to take a class for Mahatma Gandhi. So to solve his problems, he was reading Bhagavad Gita, and he was getting every day new meaning. He was able to get it, and he could tackle the problems. And who? Okay, he was an Indian. What about Albert Einstein? Albert Einstein was the scientist when he used to read. And what he says, when I read Bhagavad Gita, when I read Bhagavad Gita and reflect about how God created this universe, everything else seems so superfluous. See, he is a scientist. He may create something in a laboratory or a place, and he will say, Yehuva, and all that. But when he reads about Bhagavad Gita, he can understand. So God is so great. He has created so many things. So that is how he used to feel. Because people who read Bhagavad Gita, they always put themselves in that Arjuna's position. And they, imagine themselves as Arjuna, and they read. So he was also feeling very good about, after reading Bhagavad Gita. So these people always, they take it as a life manual. They used to every time we will read Bhagavad Gita. Okay, now how Bhagavad Gita has to be, there are many books. If you go to market, you can find plenty of books written by so many XYZ, so many, we must have not heard also. But can we depend on those books? We can't go just by just because it is cheap or it is the cover is good or the the very attractive design or drawing. No, can't go by that. How we have to select a Bhagavad Gita book, whether it is parampara system, whether the Acharya who has written has followed has come in the parampara system. And what is that? We will learn now. So why ISKCON? Like our book is written as ISKCON's Bhagavad Gita as it is. Our book is where do I have here? But I can't show it to you. I have Tamil, Hindi, Marathi, everything. Okay, so by our Bhagavad Gita book is written as it is. Means whatever God has said, whatever Krishna has said, it is coming through the disciplic succession and it reaches to our Acharya, who is the second Acharya, and he is preaching through his books, and we are all learning. So it is as it is. No mental concoction or no, putting his own thoughts or no, whatever his Guruji has said, that he has written. So phone for example, there is some phone. See, those days we used to have that cord wala phone, like the receiver, the one what you used to speak. That will have a cord, so which will be connected to the main machine, which will have the dialing system, right? So the phone gets damaged if you charge it with a broken cable. So now the mobile, when you charge it with a broken cable, definitely it won't get charged at all. So our even phone will get damaged. It cannot be used for proper data transfer either. The same thing goes with old phone also. The cord has to be clear. This is due to lack of contact between the source and the receiver. Similarly, the message of Krishna must come via an unbroken chain of disciplic succession. Why this analogy is given? Just to show it should come through an unbroken chain of disciplic succession. What is a disciplic succession? Guru, Chela, Guru, Chela, Guru, Chela. Guru, disciple. The master and disciple. He becomes a master and he teaches this person. And this Guruji becomes Guruji and he teaches like that. So it comes through proper parampara system. So when you learn such books, you understand better. And that is the right way of understanding things. So we must always follow Guru Parampara system, Bhagavad Gita written by Acharya, who is following the Guru Parampara system. Yes. Now, what is Guru Parampara? That also we'll see. Krishna's message must come through an unbroken chain of Guru Parampara. So we know he is our Acharya, so Bhakti Vedanta, and Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada's Acharya is Siddhanta Saraswati. And his Acharya, all his names will come in a later stage. Okay, so we are not going to skip anything. We will learn all their names about. Yeah, so right now what we are able to see is our Namanishta Das Prabhuji is here. His Guru is Jayapataka Swami is here, and his Guru is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So this is how we can actually see them. And Prabhupada's so many books are there, so you can see from the photo or whatever he has written. That also you can see. And Namanishta Das in the morning Mangalarti he conducts. He means he is there at 4:30 is Mangalarti in our temple is conducted. The Bhagwan Kaleno. It has been the first darshan of Bhagwan is seen at 4:30, which is so very auspicious. When you see his Bhagwan ka, like sometimes you say, oh Bhagwan, what did I do today? Kiska shakal maine dekh liya, whose face I've seen in the morning. Everything is going bad. We always say that, sometimes it happens with that. So it is better to see Lord's face. So that is what people who normally do here, who are in the Bhakti Mark. So Namanishta Das Prabhuji is there at that time, and after that, at around 8 o'clock, he was Bhagavad lectures also. And his Guruji, as I said, Jayapataka Swami, and his Guruji is Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. So now, again, coming to inside Bhagavad Gita. Now, what are we going to learn in Bhagavad Gita? Just only 5 topics we are going to learn. Now, all these 18 days, it will be talked about only these 5 topics. One is Ishvara. Ishvara means God. Who is God? Krishna. Jiva. Jiva means we. We are all Jiva. Living souls. I mean, we are all Jivatma. So we are all souls. And Prakriti. Prakriti is the nature. What do you see outside? Nature is what? So, sunlight and what do you call? Like rain and air and all those things. Mountains. And then Kala. Kala is what? Kal bolte hain, like the time. the time factor. That is also that. I mean, we are going to learn about that also. And karma. Karma means the action. Good action, bad action. What is the reaction of those action? Karma, karma, vikarma. All this thing we are going to do it in detail. But the topic will be mainly on these things only. Okay. And the total we have 700 shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra Maharaj. There are family trees also put in the next 2-3 slides. In Mahabharata, Dhritarashtra is a Raja. His sons are called Kauravas. He had 100 sons. This name, I mean, they were called Kauravas. And he spoke only one shloka. That is the starting shloka of Bhagavad Gita is said by him. After that, he could not open his mouth at all. Every others were speaking. He has to just listen. So Krishna said 574 because he was the only person who was explaining Arjuna. Arjuna had only question because he was so confused. So he was asking Krishna, please tell me what is this? Please tell me what is that? Every time he will explain and he used to get bewildered. He was getting so many doubts and he was getting all the doubts cleared. So Krishna said 574 shlokas, Arjuna said 84 shlokas. Sanjaya is the assistant of Dhritarashtra Maharaja. Dhritarashtra Maharaja was born blind. So he always needed an assistant. So Sanjay used to be always assistant. He had a Divya Shakti. He had a power where wherever he's thinking of, whichever place he's thinking of, he can just have the drishti of that. He can see whatever is happening. He has to just think of one particular place. So he said, what is happening in the battlefield? So he has to just think about the battlefield and he can see exactly what is happening there. And he was narrating to Dhritarashtra Maharaj. So this is what we are going to learn about. So Gita is a vast book. A systematic study of the Gita will take about an year. So if I say, you'll all have to come to Bhagavad Gita class for a year. Will anybody come from tomorrow? They'll say, oh God, 1 year, like, I'm so occupied, I cannot come. It is just because it was said 18 days, people have come. So in 18 days, how much we can learn? Just like a nectar. We can taste Bhagavad Gita. So in 18 days, we can't do that. We cannot learn everything. The whole 1 year, that subject, we cannot learn it in 1 year. I mean, in 18 days, right? Our normal school days, KG class, first standard, second, they are taking 1 year to teach what? The same thing, A for apple. Nursery class, A for apple. Again, when they go to LKG, UKG, they keep teaching that only. The foundation, they make it very strong. So there they learn for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, same thing. So Bhagavad Gita is what? In 18 days, when you learn, you can only understand the nectar of it. Then you will have a thirst for it. Like, I really need to know more about Bhagavad Gita. So let me attend one more class. So next month again, you can attend. I can go to level 2 also, still more, we teach in depth. So this is, so we are focusing on the flow of thoughts between Krishna and Arjuna. So what exactly we can do in 18 days? Just a nectar, they got dropped. Krishna is, Arjuna is asking and Krishna is explaining. Arjuna is asking, each chapter will start with a question of Arjuna and Krishna will be explaining. So it's a betterment for us, no? We are able to understand. God, he cannot come to us directly. Like Arjuna was very lucky to get God in front of him and, Krishna was teaching him. We are not that very lucky. So how we can get God's grace, God's lectures or his advice through Bhagavad Gita books. And you can attend all these 18 days course and you will understand much more better. So our objective is what? To prepare one for a deeper study of Gita. We need to understand, not only reading slokas, not only reading English translation. No, we have to inculcate in our life and improvise ourselves. Yes, so the mood of Bhagavad Gita. Now the drama has started. So what is the background? When a drama means you should know what is happening. Just can't open a drama. No? So we should know what is happening. So the Arjuna's bewilderment. What happens is the chariot is there, 2 armies are there, and Arjuna is all prepared to fight, and he's telling his car driver, the Ratha, this chariot, who is going to drive his chariot. Krishna has taken up the job. He said, okay, but I will not fight. I will, ride the horses and I will take the chariot. So he requests Krishna to take the chariot in between the 2 armies, Kauravas and Pandavas. Just take me in between the 2 armies. I need to see who are all there to fight against us. So then he gets confused because he could see his own people on the other side whom he will be. He was a very great archer. Just one aim, enough. Everything everybody will fall. So he was all bewildered. He was thinking, oh God, if I'm going to kill my own people, what will be left? Then if just by killing them, if I'm going to get a kingdom or whatever I'm going to get, it's of no use. He's thinking like that. So Arjuna's bewilderment, he gets confused. And appearance of illusion must be understood to be Krishna's arrangement. So it is all Sutradhari who is that, all that game planner who's the, planning the game. See, you could have made a Rath in front of somebody. What he did, he just took the chariot and just sorted that the chariot is kept in front of that grandfather and their guru and main important personalities, and also that let Arjuna get confused, and so that he will get an opportunity to teach Arjuna. No, this is not the right way of thinking. I will teach you how to go about it. So he understood. So this arrangement is done by Krishna only. So if not for Arjuna's confusion and bewilderment, there would have been no necessity for Krishna to speak Bhagavad Gita to rescue him. So Bhagavad Gita is started from Arjuna only, no? It has started long back, but now what we are learning is Arjuna asks, and Krishna says, so that is what is written in book, and we are going to learn. So because of that, we are all getting benefited. So we should appreciate, yes, it's good that Arjuna got confused so that Krishna could speak and we are able to learn, and we can pass it on to our next generation also. So although Arjuna is the apparent first listener of Bhagavad Gita, it is for the benefit of everyone. Everyone may go, who are included, when we are included. It is all betterment for us, for the benefit of all of us. So Arjuna's indecisiveness, say the chariot goes in between the two armies. Krishna drove the chariot one minute. Drove the chariot in midst of both armies. Arjuna was in difficulty in having to fight the battle of Kurukshetra. After seeing his own people on the, the enemy side, the other side, he was very much confused. He surrendered unto Sri Krishna, and consequently, this Bhagavad Gita was spoken. And how much time it took? Only 45 minutes. And he got cleared. Yes, Krishna, I've understood everything. 18th chapter, he says, I have no doubts at all. I am totally cleared all my doubts. So you just tell me what to do. I'll just go. No doubts. He had no doubts that time. Till that time, he used to ask in every chapter. You can find so many questions he'll be asking, and we will also get to learn the answers. So welcome. Every journey begins with single step. So we are going to take first baby step. So it's called baby step because we are all going to learn what is Bhagavad Gita is all about. Let's begin the journey into the mysticism of Gita. Sarvopanishado gavo dogda gopala nandana partho vatsa sudir bhokta dugdam gitamritam mahat. Dugdam is what? Dud. Gitamritam, it is like Amrit. Gita is like Amrit. So what is it? Sarva Upanishad gavo. Sarva Upanishad, whatever Upanishads are there, put it in the form of a cow. So from cow, what you can milk it, what you get from cow? Milk. And when the Upanishads are put in the form of a cow, so what you get? You get Bhagavad Gita. So whatever we are learning in Bhagavad Gita is all the essence of Upanishads. So Dogda Gopala Nandana, who is what do you call that milking? Who does the milking? Cow milking? It is done by Krishna. And Partho Vatsa, Sudhir Bhokta. Vatsa is the calf. Who is the drinker of that first Bachara? No, we say Bachara. So who is that calf? Is Arjuna. But it is benefiting all of us. It is like a Dugdam, which is a Gita Amritam. The Dugdam is like Amrit Gita. So what we get from all these Upanishads put in the cow form, we get Bhagavad Gita. All the Upanishads are like a cow, and the milker of the cow is Lord Sri Krishna, the son of Nanda. Arjuna is the calf. The beautiful nectar of Gita is the milk. And the fortunate devotees who are fortunate, whoever has come to the class today, who have missed, okay, at least let them come tomorrow, because Bhagavad Gita will start from tomorrow only. This is only a drama, the background scene. Parda, all the table is put, Parda is put, the characters are just standing. It is all only that. First chapter is only about that. From second chapter, we start the actual essence of Bhagavad Gita will start from tomorrow. So we are all the, whoever has taken this registered for 18 days course, we are all the fortunate devotees of that fine theistic intellect, are the drinkers and enjoyers of that night. So we are all very lucky. Okay. So Arjuna's yoga of lamentation. Just 10 more minutes and we are finishing. Okay. We have not started, but it is getting over because first chapter is nothing much in that. Different reactions to the same scene. There are three major important personalities. their reaction. So we can, each verse in Bhagavad Gita will tell you how to be and how not to be. So that sort of an intellect we should have. So some people like Dhritarashtra Maharaja, he had some partiality. Why that photo is not coming? Here it is. Dhritarashtra Maharaja, he was born blind, but he had a great, blind faith on his children. Whatever mistake they make, he will not correct them. So that is also bad. As a parent, like you people, most of them should be a parent here, right? So what, even our own children, if they make a mistake, we have to correct them because for their betterment. But he did the wrong, he took a wrong approach of not correcting his own sons. He let them do whatever they want. He knew whatever was happening was all wrong. Their children, his children the children are doing all the wrong things, but he was quiet because of out of too much of love, too much of attachment towards children. My family, my children, how can I go against them? Which is a mistake in our life. So what we have to learn from Dhritarashtra Maharaja, we are not born blind. We all have eyes. But then he was behaving as if he was mentally also blind. He was just getting too much of attachment for his children. No, we can't be that way. So that is how we have to learn from Dhritarashtra Maharaja. Then Arjuna. From Arjuna, what we have to learn, see, he was a great archer, right? From his childhood, he used to be focused on whatever, that bird was given, left eye, you have to aim and shoot. So he could see only that. He will not be able to see anything else. He was very focused man. Even during Swayamvar also, he did all those feats. But when it came to this battlefield, he was so confused. Why? He had that compassionate nature. That is also a very good nature. But see, when our armies are there in the border, okay, yahan pe Pakistan, wahan pe China, oh, I'm scared of blood. Oh, I can't shoot you. My hands are trembling and all. If you say, then you are not fit to stand as an army there, right? One needs to be very bold when you stand there. So as battlefield is, you are going to face the battle. How one has to behave? Yeah, they have to be very bold. So, but how he did after going there, he said, oh, no, I can't kill my own people. I cannot kill my own, grandfather. If I kill them, everybody will be dying. And what is the benefit? Even if I get a kingdom after killing all these people, I won't enjoy. So it's a great sin, no enjoyment. He keeps lamenting. He keeps saying so many things. Krishna was just quietly listening. He didn't utter a single word. In the first chapter, when he was lamenting so much, he was just listening. So that also we need to learn. First of all, we should not cry. Once you're facing a situation, come what may, face the situation. And Krishna was a good listener. That we have to learn. From Krishna, what we have to learn from first chapter, he didn't utter a single, okay, continue, I'll just listen. So from Dhritarashtra Maharaja, we need to learn that we should not be so attached towards our kids. And from Arjuna, whatever be the situation, just be bold, and because you have already decided to fight, you just go ahead with and do your work. And from Krishna, yes, of course, just be a good listener. And Duryodhana, he had a very aggressive nature. He had no respect for elders, very aggressive. So like a very bad character. He was portrayed as a bad character only. So somebody has to be good and somebody has to be bad. So he had all the vices. So one need not have to, one should not follow his footsteps. One should not be like a Duryodhana. So any shloka comes, you can, so how should I behave? Should I inculcate those or should I avoid those? That question you can, with your intelligence, you can understand, and we have to follow. So in the same scene, there are three people, their reactions are so very different. We have come to almost end only. Summary, yeah. Dhritarashtra Maharaja's inquiry is on the first shloka. Kim akurvata is, oh no, it is only a summary. Okay, in the first shloka he says, Kim akurvat. Kim is what? Akurvatam is what are they doing? So what they're doing, he's asking, Dhritarashtra Maharaja is asking. Then Duryodhana's fear, he said from 2 to 11. Mahatim chamum vyudam. After seeing all that vyudam is that arrangement of arrangement about armies and all that, elephants and all. After seeing that, he got confused. He was already, he knew that he's going to lose, but that made him all the more, the fear comes up. Then blowing of conscious, all that important shlokas are there, 12 to 19. So all this, what I'm getting all Tamil words now. conscious is that Shank, you know, that before starting of that war, he used to blow the Shank. So all that, all is listening, when these people listen, but they were all in the wrong path. That's why they were all afraid. So they were all afraid within, but they were showing as if, they were on right path and we will win the war. But within them, they were all very scared. So Hridayani Vyadarayat. Hridayani means their heart was shattered with all this Shanka sound. That is before the war. Okay, the war was not started. The battle was not started. Even before that, they started shivering. Then Arjuna's observation, he's just seeing what is happening. Whom I am going to kill, all this, my important people, my grandfather who was so dear to me, I want to kill him like that. So Gandivam Shramsate Hastat. Gandivam is that bow, he got it from Shiva. And that Shramsate Hastat, he just falls from his hands. He's become very terribly, confused. Then Arjuna's reason not to fight. Then he gives so many reasons that I cannot fight, he says, and that all we are going to learn. Apratikaram ashastram. Means apratikaram ashastram. I don't mind being an ashastram. Ashastram means I'm ready to face my opponent without any shastra. Ashastra. He is totally surrendering that way. Yes, now let us start and tell this. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha Arjuna Vishada Yogaha Atha Pratamodhyayah. That is the first shloka which is said by Dhritarashtra Maharaja. After that, he doesn't utter a single word. He has to just keep on listening. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Uvacha means he says. Okay. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. So what he says, Dharma Kshetra, the land is Dharma Kshetra. Whoever is, at righteous principle, whoever is at, following righteous principle, they will definitely win. That place is so pious. Kurukshetra, Samaveta, all these people are, united, are all standing there. Yuyutsavaha, Mamakaha, my people, means my children. How he is differentiating this between his children and his brother's children. His brother is not there. So he should be actually saying, my children, all children are mine. But he was differentiating Pandavas as separate because his Pandu's Putra is called Pandavas and his children are called Kauravas. Actually, Kuru kingdom, Kuru's dynasty. So all are Kauravas only because show them separately. His brother is called Pandu, so his brother's children are called Pandavas. That's all. Otherwise, all are Kauravas only. So Mamataha Pandavas, my children and Pandu's children, Pandavas. Chaiva, Cha Eva, this is called Chaiva. In Sanskrit, Sandhi, it comes like that. Cha Eva. Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. Sanjaya, what are they doing in the battlefield? He's asking. So Dhritarashtra said, oh Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? He's asking a question. Yeah. So this is what an analogy they have shown. See, when you boil milk, the milk has what all the milk has? It has ghee, it has butter, it has malai, it has whatever you name, paneer, and what all you can make from milk, But in the form of milk, you cannot make curd and buttermilk, everything. But when you boil it, whatever you do, make it. So what Dhritarashtra does, he separates that thing as my people and Pandu's son, Pandavas. So he is taking only the cream as his children. So that analogy is given. So Dharma Kshetra is a common place where you all are assembled. Mamaka Pandavaha. All this, the Pandavas are like that water. When you get all that cream, what is left out? Only the water which you throw it out, right? So only this cream is taken, the essence. Kimakurvata. Okay. And then 1.3 is Duryodhana. He's talking to his guru. Pashyaitam Panduputrana Macharyam Mahatim Chamum Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tavasishyena Dhimata. See, when his guru, when he was also small, he had a friend, Drupada. Drupada was he was from the king, king's son. He was a prince that time. And this one was a Brahmin who used to teach how to, aim bow and arrow and how to hold it and how to aim. So this is his profession. He was learning that, and he became a teacher also to teach people like Raja Maharaja or their children how to fight the war and all. So Drupada, when they were children, he asked Drupada, will you please promise me that you are my best friend? Or when that, see, normally in childhood, we make friendship with everybody. So after a few years, you won't even know who are they. I mean, where are they and what promise we made? We just forget. There are so many in our life also. Every 2 years, we face some other friends and all. We make friendship. Again, after 2-3 years, those friends are gone. So when they were small, he made a good friend for a friendship with Drupada. And but when they grew up, and he said, yeah, of course I will be a king one day, and whatever you have problem, come to me, I will help you. But he goes, when they grew up, and he goes to Drupada as a king. He's become a king now. But he says, sorry, I don't recognize you. Who are you? Sorry, I can't help you. He just says like that. And so he feels bad about it. So this man is such a, when he was small, he promised me so many things. Now he's not. I mean, there are many other stories are there. I'm just saying on nutshell. But his son, when he came for learning, he had no objection. He knew he was Drupada's son. His name is what? Drishtadhyumna. His name is given, Drishtadhyumna, not given. But his name is Drishtadhyumna. When Drishtadhyumna came, he had no apprehension. He never said, no, you're my enemy's son. Your father did that. No, he didn't show anything. A good teacher is that way. He will not see the past, present, nothing. He'll say, you come as a student, as a teacher, I will just teach you. That's all he is concerned about. But now he's saying, Kauravas, that he's a first son. He's a first son. Duryodhana, he's shouting at him. See, look there. You had taught your own enemy's son. Still, he is on the opposite side, and he is aiming to kill us. And he is, that Vyuda, that army, he's just seeing to that everything is covered, and we will all be getting killed. He's doing all that stuff. So indirectly he's saying, so don't get, so partial about your Arjuna or something, because Arjuna, he's very, you are, apple of your eye. You like Arjuna very much, because Arjuna is to be very good student, so everybody is to like him. So don't be, get confused and all. No, Arjuna is on the opposite side. You have to kill him. All whoever is in the opposite side, they're all our enemies. So don't get bewildered. Already you made a mistake teaching your own enemy's son. So he's just reminding him of that, which is not to be. This is what you have to learn from Duryodhana, many things. Like one is not to speak so harshly with your own elders. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. That is Drishtadhyumna. Yes. Oh God. So that's only names of divine conch. So that's all. In the first chapter is nothing much about. So Lord Krishna, his conch name is called Panchajanya. This is all important. This will come in your other classes also. Panchajanya. Arjuna's Arjuna's conch is named Devadatta. It comes in a shloka. Okay, so if you can't by heart this, the shloka in the form of shloka, if you say the shloka, it will be registered. Bhima, his conch is named Poundra. King Yudhishthira had Ananta Vijaya. Nakula had Sughosha. Sahadeva, he had Mani Pushpaka. These are the names of the conch, and these are the people who Pandavas who had, and Krishna also. They had all this, and these are all divine conch. Okay. And 1.19. Sago Shodhata Rashranam Hridayani Vyadharayat Nabascha Prithivim Chaiva Tumulo Abhyanunadayan. The blowing of these different conch became uproarious and thus vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Why it shattered? Because they knew they were they were on the wrong path. People who were, their conscious says, they know that they were on the wrong path, but just for the sake of fighting, they wanted to fight and show that they are very much powerful. But they forgot Lord is on their side, on the opposite side. So definitely the winning team will be, they only will be winning. Yeah. This we already explained. And yes, Arjuna's reason for not wishing to fight is he had compassionate nature. He was thinking Arjuna's compassion for those he's about to slay dictates he shouldn't fight. He feels, no, one, enough. You're all going to get killed. So I don't want to kill all of them. So the compassionate nature he has. Then enjoyment. Arjuna thinks he will not be able to enjoy his kingdom if the kingdom is won at the cost of the lives of his family members. At the cost of, they're all going to die. Then what is the purpose of me getting that kingdom? Just to only I have to rule the kingdom. I mean, I'll be there in the kingdom. No. I cannot do that. Then destruction of family members. I mean, destruction of family. Your religion and unwanted progeny will overcome the family. Like a person, like a father or a grandfather must be there on the opposite side, and he will kill them. So what will happen to their family? A grandfather or a father will get killed. So the children will be like anath. They will have no father. They will have no grandfather. Grandfather is all must. We must have the elders at home who will say what is right and what is wrong. The father, yes, definitely necessary, because a lady of the house needs a male support as a protection, and either as a brother or as a son or as a husband or as a grandfather, father-in-law, anybody. So they are physically strong, so they need to protect the female of the household. But once they kill them, their family will have problem. So he is thinking of all those, very compassionate. It's a very good nature, but not applicable. He has to apply it wherever it is applicable, then only there only you can apply. Irreligion and unwanted progeny will overcome the family. Performance of traditional Varnashrama-oriented Vedic rituals will end, and hell will await both the family and the destroyer of the family. It will not only affect them, it will affect me also, destroyer. I'm going to destroy their family. So the hell will break loose. Then what he says, saintliness and fear of sinful reaction. You are not supposed to kill anything, no, any living being. You're not, even that mosquito, if you kill, you're going to get the this sin only. But then what to do? If it stings you, you just catch out of that mosquito and bite. I mean, you can hit it, but we just hit some other mosquito. So we are also committing sin only. But those sins will go when we keep chanting Hare Krishna mantra. All the small sins will get erased. So Arjuna thinks enjoying royal happiness is not worth the resulting sinful reaction for destroying the family and killing his superiors. It's not worth it. Then indecision, he is unable to decide whether to fight or not. Arjuna does not actually know which is better, conquering the enemy or being conquered by them. So in a war, either he has to lose or he will win. So he was getting confused whether to fight or not. So all these things will be explained. See, this will be explained in 2.6 tomorrow's class. So he was confused. So which can you relate to? Same thing is given. 5 reasons Arjuna do not want to fight in the battle. Compassionate, which is given in Shloka 1.28. If you want, you can write all these details. So you can refer to our books. Then no enjoyment, 1.31. 1.31 it's given. Sin, you will be committing a great sin, 1.36. And family traditions, 1.45. Then indecision, he was unable to decide, which is given in 2.6. Tomorrow's class it will come. So you can correlate in our own life. You can think of all this, and you can. So you will understand better. Whenever you just learn as a mugging up, no, it won't. You have to apply it in our life. You can just take an example in our own life, then you'll understand it. Then last thing. 9 signs of victory for the Pandavas. What are the 9 signs? Krishna's personal presence confirms victory. Wherever God is there, he will see to it that he is winning, because God can, like a magic, he can turn everything into his own stride. No. So Supreme Personality of Godhead is the charioteer. Jayastu Pandu Putranam Ishan. Krishna as Rishikesha directly controls the senses of a pure devotee. So a pure devotee, he will never leave a devotee. First of all, we should be a devotee. And once we become a devotee, he will see to it that we are protector always. So because Krishna is there on their side, the victory is confirmed. And what is the second? Goddess of fortune. Wherever Krishna is there, Lakshmi has to be there. She's there residing in his own heart. So people like madness, people Lakshmi Pujan karte hain, Lakshmi Pujan and all they do. Lakshmi will think, "Arey yaar, you don't call me husband. How can I leave him and come?" You need to call Krishna. No. Once you call Krishna, don't call me separately. You call Krishna, I will also come along, because I am there residing in his own heart. So that is how we need to learn. After learning Bhagavad Gita, our approach will be different. Like Arjuna, how his approach became different. We all that galat ideas, whatever we had in our mind, everything will be washed away, and we'll get a clarity. So Goddess of Fortune, whenever and wherever the Lord is present, the Goddess of Fortune is always also there. She never leaves. She never lives without a husband. Therefore, all fortune is guaranteed. So all your shloka number is also given. So you can refer to those shlokas and you can understand. Venue, and what is that place? It is Kurukshetra, which is a holy place. Effect of holy place on the war. Then Hanumanji, Dwaja, it is on the flag. Is there on the Kapi Dwaja. It is written there that way. Hanumanji on Arjuna's flag. You know, in Ramayana also, Hanuman did so much of parakram, like so much of things, so many things he did. And he definitely won the war or whatever. So wherever our Hanuman is there, definitely they are going to win. So Hanumanji also helped Rama, Lord Rama, in gaining victory. So here Hanuman is also there in the Kapit Dwaja. Dwaja is a flag. Hanuman is there. So that is also an indication that these people are going to win. Symbol of Vishnu, conch shell, is a symbol of Vishnu, 1.12 and 1.14. This is indirectly indicated by Bhishma and Pandava's conch shells. Then transcendental conch shell. All these conch are very divine, full, powerful conch shells. Krishna and Arjuna's conch shell mentioned as Divya, transcendental. Then Bhishma's conch shell to pacify Duryodhana. They had, Bhishma has to, Bhishma's conch shell to, okay, Bhishma, not Bhima. I read as Bhima. Bhishma's conch shell to pacify. So Bhishma is also just, okay, Baba, I'm on your side only. Okay, you want to, reciprocate. No, okay, I'll also. But Bhishma was very much sure that we are not going to win. Though I am on your side, I am very sure who are right, and those people, Pandavas are only right, and they are going to win. But only to pacify Duryodhana, he was there. He was blowing the conch shell. It is in 1.12, it's given. Then Agni Deva's chariot. The chariot was given by Agni Deva. So it has a special thing, like, it can move in any direction, in whatever way it goes. It can go. So capable of conquering in all directions. Shattering of hearts. Conch shells of Pandavas shattered Kaurava's heart. Pandavas' hearts not shattered because of confidence of taking shelter of Krishna. They knew they were on the right path. Krishna is also there to support them. And so they were not afraid. Whereas Kauravas, they were shattered. 9 signs of victory. Yeah, once again it is given. Dharma Kshetra, it's a that place is very divine. Divine chariot, Kapit Dwaja. This is the Dwaja Hanuman is seen here. Then Shankanada and Gandiva. This is also, very auspicious. And Tyakta Jivita, whoever has died in this place, they will all go to a higher planet. Then Mokshada Ekadashi. They get moksha also because that war happened on a Ekadashi. So that Mokshada Ekadashi was there. So they will all get, it's a win-win situation. Either you die or you win. Get killed, still you're going to get a better place. Then Bhagya Lakshmi. Lakshmi will also be there. Because wherever Krishna is there, Lakshmi will also be there. Rishikesha. Krishna himself is there. So all these 9 signs are there to show that Pandavas are going to win. So that's all today says. Om Tat Satiti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Pratamodhyaya. This is the first chapter getting over. It's just a summary we will just read and then go. Chapter 1, observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. 2 armies, those of the Pandavas and the Kauravas, face each other on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Many signs indicate victory for the Pandavas. Dhritarashtra, the Pandavas' uncle, and the Kauravas' father, doubts the possibility of his son's victory and asked Sanjaya. He was very sure, he had a doubt also, so he's asking Sanjaya, his secretary, to describe the scene on the battlefield. Arjuna, one of the 5 Pandava brothers, undergoes a crisis just before the fight. He is overwhelmed by the compassion for his family members and teachers whom he is supposed to kill. After submitting before Krishna many noble and moral reasons why he wishes not to fight. And he's giving all conviction. I'm totally convinced I cannot fight. So after submitting before Krishna many noble and moral reasons why he wishes not to fight, Arjuna casts aside his weapons. Overwhelmed with grief, Arjuna's reluctance to fight indicates his kind heart. So this is a good sign only, but the place is wrong. An army person, he's standing in the border, he cannot say, hey, Pakistan army, chale jao na, please, I can't kill you. Yeah, he can't do that. He will kill this person and he will walk. So you have to be bold wherever you are. And such a person is fit to receive transcendental knowledge. That is what we learned in chapter 1. So this is Panchatattva mantra. Let us say once. I'm just saying, whoever knows it can say along with me on the mute button. Whoever doesn't know can listen. Shravanam. First you can have listen. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. These are Panchatattvas, which I'll explain in with another class. Today already it's day. So this is the Panchatattva mantra we say before saying our this Maha mantra. So, and we have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How many times to chant? As many times as possible. दिन में करो, रात में करो, कभी भी करो, like, but you need to chant. So chant and be happy, not with grief. I mean, with mood off and all that. You need to chant because you will feel happy when you chant. You feel happy. So one need to chant and feel happy. So we'll end the class with thanking all the Vaishnavas who have come here. So I'm thanking you all. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. All the Vaishnavas who are attending the class today, I'm just saying namaskar for you. Namo namah. Ananta, you can all Chitra Mathaji just unmute them. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Hare Krishna. You all can say Jai. Hare Krishna. Okay, I will unmute you all. 1 minute. Is it? I will participate too. Yeah, you can unmute now. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki
Jai.
Ananta Koti Bhakta Vrinda ki
Not
Jai.
Prabhupada ki
Jai.
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 Jai Mahaprabhu ki
Jai.
और भागवत ग्रंथ की
Jai.
राधा गोविंद की
Jai.
और प्रेमानंदे
Hari Hari Bol.
Hari
sweet voice.